Hey, everybody, and welcome to World Chess League Round 2. We've got the Dirty Birds versus the English woman. And as you can see, the women have 5 players lined up, and the Dirty Birds need to get a 4th player in. Otherwise, they will lose 2 points and give the English woman a 2-point lead. Yeah, that's the first. I think it's the first team in the World Chess League.live that is only females. So yeah, that's going to be entertaining to follow these guys and hopefully get some interesting games. That would be the goal. Get some good games. If we look at the way the 2 teams have lined up, the English women do look like they are, they are outgunning Dirty Birds at the moment. You got a 1600, almost 1700 on board 1, Women's Canada Master as well. Then you've got a 1700 on board 2 and another 1500 on board 3, whereas the Dirty Birds have a 1900. Oh, there we go, 4 players, 4 versus 4. Fantastic. Game on. So we've got a 1900 versus the Women's Canada Master. That's going to be a tough game for the Canada Master. Then 1400, 1200, and 700 versus. So yeah, it's going to be a cracking game. It's 14 seconds to go, and I hope you guys enjoy the commentary for this game. And may the best team win. Let's get into it. 3 seconds and counting. Bang! Here we go. Game's on. Right. Okay. Board 1. Hey, come back. Board 1. What's going on here? No. Go away. Game 1. Game 2. Game 3. Game 4. Right. Now I can go here. Here. Here's board 1. That's board 1. So let's start with the board 1. And we've got a lovely little King's Indian Maganov variation. So that's going to be very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay. We've got knight bd7. And yeah, this is going to be a very tight game. Closed center. It's going to be a case of breaking on the wings attack. So we'll come a little bit later to this game and see what happens. Let's go to board 2. There's board 2. Yes, board 2. And white is very defensive here. E3, D3. These are definitely moves that I do not vouch for. Oh, D3. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, this is okay. He steals a pawn, but black's development is good. Okay, looking to bring the queen in. Yeah, okay. Giving up the pawn so quickly might have not have been a brilliant idea, but okay, we do have the idea of the queen. Again, I don't know if this knight move was such a great idea, bringing the knight back. Maybe looking at bringing the knight to the square. Takes. Okay, I don't really want to lose the bishop. Okay, so we get rid of that knight. Okay, right. Wow, lots of exchanges here. Must admit, not ecstatically happy with black's position, but it's not doom and gloom. Yeah, that was always going to be a problem, bringing this piece in here. Ooh, that's dropping a piece. Knight takes, and black playing very, very fast and dropping a piece in the process. So that is one English player in a lot of trouble. Okay, let's go have a look over here on board 3 between Khalif and Karika. What do we have here? Again, lots of speed by the woman players. 10 minutes into the game, 12 moves being played, and a lot of speed. Again, playing this knight again, when maybe bringing the bishop to f4 might be developing a piece might be the the way to go. That is what should be happening. And the underrated play, doing the right thing, taking its time, not pushing. All right, bring in the bishop to d6. I do like bishop d6. I think bishop g4 here might be interesting now for black. If white goes bishop g5, it looks really, really delicious. Yeah, there it is, bishop g5. Gotta love that move. Gotta love that move. And now you're looking at knight g4 here even. You've got things like f4 to support the knight even further. And yeah, bishop d6 looks very nice, but yeah, no. Okay, h6, no, but then you just bring the bishop back. Just bring the bishop to h4. Keep the pin. Don't. Yeah, there we go. Lovely stuff. Keeping the pin. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love the fact that it keeps the pin here. And, especially when it moves like h6, your opponent is tempted to play g5. And in this position, g5 is definitely not the move you should be playing here. That is for sure. Bishop g7, and now this king is exposed all day long. I'm loving this position for it. Yeah, that's not a threat, actually. That is not a threat. You can nullify the threat by playing knight to d7. Look at that. Knight d7 nullifies the threat quite nicely with bishop takes d6. There's the one idea. What else can you do here? Do you care? Do you really care? You can play a move like rook to d1. Knight c3. I'm not a fan of knight c. I'm not a fan of knight e2 at all. Definitely not a fan of knight e2. There's just better moves, isn't there? Just better moves, and you've got time, so take your time on it. Knight d7 definitely looked like something interesting to play, and didn't even get a nose in for it. Definitely would have looked at a move like knight e7, to be honest. All right, let's go look at board 4. Board 4, and the 1400 is in commanding control. Double the rooks, lots of pawns, absolutely brilliant. Let's just go quick to see what the opening was played. b6. Oof, okay. Not very standard openings played by the players at all. Drops a pawn, gets back, defends, loses the knight, and yeah, that's where the knight goes. And yeah, no, this is very well played. Gets the exchange, and I mean, you don't have to do anything fancy here. You really don't have to do anything fancy. Rook f7 defends the mate. I like it. If you're looking to break for a win, maybe rook f8 rook f3 is an option. Because there's no mate here. The queen is covering. So, you can always look at that. King goes there, you've got check. But yeah, I mean, safety first, right? Play the rook back and defend. But the speed that the players are playing at is unbelievable. I mean, black's got 10 minutes on the clock and not even fretting. Just bangs out moves left, right, and center. No results as of yet. So, all's even on the woman's front. Dirty Birds holding, English woman holding. But it definitely looks like the English woman. Oh, no, that's mate. Queen c3. Queen. Oh, he misses it. She misses it. Queen c. Oh, how did you miss that? Okay, queen there. Queen there must be leading to mate. Queen c3. Come on. Queen c3. Oh, rook c3. Rook f3. Oh, going for rook f6. Going for rook f5. F4 checkmate. But yeah, missed the opportunity of Queen c3. Queen c3 was definitely the move to be looking at, and completely missed it in the analysis. Oof. Nasty stuff there, nasty stuff. But yeah, this is now over. This is all she wrote, and thanks for playing, as they say. Pawn goes in the way, the rook goes there, queen goes there, king goes to a5, checkmate. So, book trunk, books a win. Okay, yeah, board 2, like I said, was going down, did go down. Dirty Birds take a point, but England should take a point on board 4. Book Trunk should take it. So let's go have a quick look at board 3. which is Karika. All right. Yeah, Karika. And let's have a look here. Yeah, this was the very strange position we got into. Okay, I like this move, putting pressure on this knight. Guys, look at this lovely combination. King G7, queen takes, king takes, knight check, picking up the queen and picking up a piece. So this knight is not loving life right now. It's really not comfortable where it is. White is actually, this is very nice for white. So what does he do? Okay, he plays that move. All right, he does play that, but now knight d7 forks the rook and the queen. Knight d7 forks the rooks and the queen, and the bishop's hanging. Oh, well, it's not hanging, the knight is there, but it is still nasty moves. Knight here is begging white to find it. Can white find knight d7? It is 1-1, Dirty Birds 1, England 1. Can they find knight d7? Oh, knight d7 is calling. It's screaming in the position. Is white going to find it? Is white going to find knight d7? When you play your knight to e5, you are always looking at knight d7, knight c6, knight g7. These are the squares you're looking at. You're hunting it. You're red Octobering it. That's what you're doing. And or is white going to see knight d7? It's gone into the think tank. It's gone into the think tank. But is it going to see knight d7? Knight d7 is such a killer move. Such a killer move. It's begging. The position is begging knight d7. Come on, knight d7. Let's go. Yeah, guys, and if you notice, I'm not using any engines. I generally don't use engines. No! No! No, no, no! No, no! No, missing knight d7. Oh, the fork was there and it's gone. Knight g5 and I'm not a fan of knight g5, knight g4 at all. This is not the move you want to be seeing played. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, I get why. I mean, you're going for h6 and you're threatening the king, but oh no. The words are, oh no. Oh no, no, no. Please, no. Oh, knight g4, missing knight d7. The fork was there. White will be kicking themselves when they look at this game and see that they missed a very simple knight d7. Beautiful little idea and missing it. Oh, oof, oof. I said, oops. Okay, so maybe knight f6 now. Oh, wait, hold on. No. What about knight h6? Oh, knight f6, knight h6. Oh, man, there's so many choices here. So many choices. Okay, gone for knight f6. Okay. I do like that idea because after knight takes, queen takes, and you're threatening here, you still got the threat. And if the bishop does take the bishop, the knight comes in, and then you've got knight h5. So, all in all, not looking too bad for white now. White has really got a nice setup here for sure. What does black do? That's the question. And again, if he doesn't take, you still got knight d7. Knight d7 is such a threat all the time. So you've got to play knight takes knight. I cannot see you playing anything else. If you don't play knight takes knight and allow knight h5, I mean, you're allowing so much. You are allowing a lot here. So yeah, white is looking good here for England. We'll come back to this board because it is spicy. Let's look at board one. Yeah, board one is tight as nails. Pawn structure in tow. Black bishop ready to the strike. The knight is not loving it, so the knight has to go. Probably going to have to look at knight f2, king h2, bishop h6, g4. Those kind of ideas. But you know, it's still early days. 3 minutes on the clock. Lots of thinking to go here. What is black going to do? Because bishop h6 is definitely coming. Once bishop h6 comes and trades, you can look at knight here, king here, and this lovely pawn to g5 with the knight going to g4. It's again looking a little better for white. I don't like the bishop on b2. It is completely out of the game on b1. It's just a big fat pawn at the moment. But we've known, these things where they do come alive a little bit later. So black is in the think tank. We've got to go back to board 4. We've got to go back to board 3. Got to see what's happening. And yeah, it was knight takes, knight, queen takes. We're back to this again. Yeah, definitely looking at something here. But now how do you... I mean, really want the bishop to take your bishop. That's what that would be the ideal thing, right? Bishop takes bishop, then knight goes in. But now you don't have that option. Black doesn't have to play bishop takes bishop. In fact, black should be playing knight f5 here. I think that's the move that black should be looking at, knight f5. Problem with knight f5, queen takes g6, g5, and white gets white gets a bit of an advantage with the exposed king, and time is not on black side here. Time is definitely not on black side. Got to find a solution, and he's got to find it quickly. Just gonna have a quick peek at boards 2 and 4 because they on their second game. So boards 2 and okay, this looks a little bit better. This looks a little bit better because I think you can play rook to d1 here and you pick up the knight. Oh, what happened? Or not? Did the board just... There was a series of moves? What happened here? So, there. Oh, too eager to take. Too eager to take. Just play rook d1, put pressure, left the pawn push, then you play here. Like you're just too eager to take the pawn, just too eager to take. And now we are in an endgame, and you are 2 pawns down. Yeah, 2 pawns down, not looking good for board 2 here. And an England woman on board 4 has picked up another point. Let's have a quick look at that game and how she did it. And doing England proud here, getting another point. And goes for the cheapo, comes back. Too many cheapo moves, to be honest. But okay, now, yeah, okay. Goes for the cheap attack. Oof. Enough. Drops the rook. Allows for it. Gives it up. Oh, that's just a bit of greed, and gets away with the mate that she was eyeing on g7. Well played by white. Unlucky black. And England take a 2-1 lead with still 2 games in the first round going. And let's have a quick... Where were we? Board 3 time. Okay, so yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. She's taking the ball. Bishop takes bishop, and white should be absolutely dominating now. Bishop takes bishop, and white is dominating. Cannot stop the win here. After bishop takes bishop, does white see bishop takes bishop? Whoa. Why does it show black to play when it's... Okay, let me just refresh the page. Waiting for the refresh. And what actually happened? Whoa, hold on. Okay, so there. Oh, it did take. Takes the knight for free. Gets the check. Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Oh, no, this is over. Knight f6. Yep, knight f6. King back. Queen h6. And England pick up another point here. Come on, queen h6. There it is. Board 3 picks up the point for England. And England are now grasping for one more point. They need one more point. Let's go look at board 1. Board 1 still busy and fighting. And here we are. Oh, it's a tight nut. Look at the defenses by white and black. So, got this pawn in, got f5 in, got f4 in, and got the knight here. And oh man, it's just, this knight is just not loving life. Okay, so what do you do here? I mean, you've got bishop takes h5. This could be okay. Bishop takes h5, knight takes, then king here. And you could be okay at this point, because then the knight's got very limited place to go. And maybe, yeah, there it is. Takes it. Beautiful take. So now the knight has to take here check. I can't see the knight not take. Whoa, takes there. No. Rook takes, and you're okay. because even after bishop takes, the rook just retreats. The rook retreats if you play bishop takes. So maybe that's what black's looking at, is taking here, check, and you can pick up this. But the problem is the queen comes and can give that bishop away. Right? He can give that bishop away because he's already picked up a piece. So knight takes f3 here was not a good option. Ooh. All right, so it is a case of trying to get as many. Well, in that case, not. Ooh. Maybe this is the time to play your knight to g3. I don't know. Knight g3. Bishop g3. Knight g3. Bishop g3. I mean, you can definitely give back here. You know, you can give back here, but the question is, how do you give back? Okay, if you go check, king there, then you've got nothing. Okay, knight there. I like that move. I love that move. Attacking the queen, bringing the knights in. Beautiful. Knight b5. What a lovely move to find. What a lovely move to find. Beautiful, beautiful. Taking your time, finding the move. Look, you know, getting distracted attack over here, but, you know, knight b5 unravels the position. And now the problem is, where does this queen go? Queen has to go here. Queen has to go to b8. Oh no, knight takes e6, and that's the queen gone. And there it's played it. And white's played it immediately. He plays knight takes d6, and bang, there goes the queen. And that's the resignation. And that's the resignation, and it's 4-1 to the England team. The England women team have taken a 4-1 ahead. They need one more point. Half a point from any one of their remaining games. And unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. Well played by the Women Canada Master to squeeze that win out there. Brilliantly played. So, 3 games, 1 point. Can they do it? Let's go to board 2, I think this is. Is that board 2? Yeah, board 2. Yeah, and board 2... I mean, board 2 is in trouble. White is in definite trouble here. But when there's queens on the board, anything is possible. As long as you got play, right? As long as you got play, anything's possible. I don't like the fact that there's these pawns here, man. Oh, these pawns are nasty. And you can't play check because he will push the pawn in the way and get the connected pawns. So black's done well here, getting the queen back to defend this pawn and support his 2 cent. Yeah, you see that was not what you want to be doing, because now e5 comes in. You had to resist the check. That was what you had to do. You had to resist the check. Yeah, there it is, e5 straight away. And now you have no direct attack on the d pawn. So, yeah, board 2, I will have to say, will go to Dirty Birds, which means we need either board 3 or board 1 to pull off a miracle and bring in a point for the English women. So let's have a look at board 3. See what's happening on board 3 now. All right. So we're getting our bishops all lined up. Yeah. This is all. I don't like the bishop on c6 here. In fact, I probably would have been very tempted to play bishop to b4 here, just because of the pin, and allowing the fact that I can get my knight to e4. That would be something I would have been looking at. All right, okay, knight a2. As you see, when I see moves like knight a2, I get a little excited for black, because now I think you play a move like queen here. I think knight a2 is so they can play c. Okay, the knight comes into the gap straight away. I don't know if that is wise. Don't know if that is wise. Because I think knight a2 is to play c4. And c4 can still be played. And there it is. c4 is played. Mind you, in all fairness, so what if they play c5? Who cares? Can't I just play queen to f6 here and start looking? Ooh, f5. Ooh, white is not messing around here. White is not messing around here. Looking at f5, but again, what about knight here? This is the problem. Okay, if the knight goes there, you're just trading knights. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. You're just going to trade knights as the knight goes back to c3. You just take the knight straight away. f5. I mean, f5 is a bold move. Okay, bishop takes. Must play bishop takes. Must play bishop takes. No doubt about it. You're playing bishop takes. All right. Bishop takes. And if they played knight c3, knight takes. So, what is the plan here? Is the plan to play rook f3, rook g6, rook f6, rook g6? Okay. Can't I play queen g5 yet? I'm definitely tempted to play queen g5 here. Because my idea is I'm going to move my rook to attack the queen or do something crazy. Move this knight and hit on g2. The queen g5 here could be very interesting for black. Scoreline is still 4-1. Game 2 is still going on with that queen pawn ending. So, you know, as long as there's queens and pawns on the board, there are chances for both sides. Okay, I mean, I get this move. I really do. I do get it. Whether I'm a fan of it, not so much. Ooh. All right, but now, what if I play? What happens? I play. Hang on. If I play queen check, king here, knight check, king there, and rook here, the bishop will come to c1 and block the mate. Oh, that is heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking that stops the mate. Oh my gosh, that is heartbreaking that it stops the mate. It is such a great idea, though. It is such a great idea. I mean, I want to play this move by every stretch of the imagination. I want to play this move. Okay, it is played. I must say I'm not excited by this. I'm very worried about this. Are they going to play this knight g3 idea? Because knight g3 does not work. Oh, just take the free piece. Okay, right. Then bishop takes. Now you're threatening this. I mean, it's clever. I don't know if I would have gone for all of that actually. But black does have very powerful bishops. This pawn is weak. You've got to look at a move like, you're going to have to look at a move like rook e2 here. That's not pleasant. Rook e2 is definitely not a pleasant move. Rook e2, then the queen has to go to a3, and then black queen has very limited movement. So yeah, I mean, this could be the game for the English women team to take home. Let's have a look again on board 2, because that was the queen and pawns. Oh, now we've got 2 queens on the board. And yeah, there's mate on the board. Yeah, we did know that was coming. That's fine. Board 1 is where the fight is, and the Canada Master is under pressure here. Queen has come in. All pieces look equal again. I mean, wow. Look at your knight. When you're looking at squares and you see your knights are covering squares like that, you cannot be happy from black's point of view. You cannot be happy. I suppose now you've got to play a move like queen f6 here. I suppose you've got to play a move like queen f6. So that you can trade these queens, because it's the only way that white's getting in is by pushing these things. So Yeah, queen f6. Tough move to play. Tough move to play to come up with queen f6. I suppose you can also play knight f6. I mean, if the cannon master can get a draw, yeah, even better for the women's team. Yep, knight f6 is played. Where are we going? What is our goal? Okay, knight g8 again. Knight g8 again. That's the second time knight g8's been played. The queen retreats. Yeah, doesn't want the draw. Can't blame them. Can't blame them that they don't want the draw. Now black has to come up with a miracle plan to get out of this. I'm not sure what the move should be here. Oh, it's going to be a tough one to find. Luckily, there's no breakthrough on the queen side, so we should be okay. Right, scoreline is 4-2. We're going to go back to board 3 because I think this is the telling game. Yep, there it is, rook e2. And you've got to play queen a3, I'm afraid. Queen a3 is the only move you've got to play here. Don't have anything else. Hopefully you see queen a3, otherwise it's going to be a bit of drama for Karika. All right, back to board 1. Board 1 is very okay. F6 is interesting. Scientists, sewing up the position. Maybe the idea is queen g7, queen g5. That could be the idea. These knights are not. I mean, the knight on f8 is horrid. The bishop on c8 is. I mean, in all fairness, white is dominating. But with all the domination, how do you break through? That's the thing. How do you break through? And I think white's going to look at knight g3, knight h5. Yep, there it is. Here comes knight g3. And I think knight h5 is the option that you're going to be looking at here. 4-2 to the English team. They only need a draw, ladies and gentlemen. Only a draw, and they will win the match. Can they get it from 2 games? Sure. Rook d8 is interesting. I don't know if I'm a fan of rook d8, to be honest, but hey, to each their own. I definitely would have looked at queen g7, queen to g5, trying to get this queen off the board. All right, there's a nasty move here, queen b6, with the threat of bishop takes c6 by white. This is going to be interesting. Queen b6 is definitely okay. Knight there. Ooh, knight there. Don't get why the knight must go there. Maybe for when the knight. Okay, so we're pushing pawns now. Oh, tight squeeze here. d5 push. Okay, whatever he does, don't play knight c5 here. Knight c5, d4, and the knight drops. So, probably must take, I would assume. I would assume you'd have to take the pawn. Okay, doesn't take the pawn. Now what does white do? Does black don't play d4 here? I think d4 could be very interesting. d4 could be very, very interesting and sort of doesn't solve his problems, but does start to give him some space. But he can't play e4, that's for sure. And I don't think he wants to take. Maybe he wants to take. Does he want to take? I don't think he wants to take. I think he wants to push the pawn. I think he wants to push a pawn, man. I think he wants to push a pawn. think push the pawn, push the pawn, push the pawn, and attack on the queen side. Maybe that's the idea. But Sloppy Stitcher is definitely thinking about it. Gonna be tough, 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 tough. Maybe he doesn't push the pawn because he doesn't want the knight back here. Maybe that's it. All these things you've got to take into consideration. All right, let's go have a look at game 3. Karika lost the queen. No. Oh, that wasn't good. That was not good. Miss queen a3. Missed queen a3, and now England are in trouble. Everything lies on the, if you guys missed it, this was the move, queen e2. Queen a3 was the move to play. Completely misses it, takes the queen, and yeah, no, this is not looking good for Karika now. Look, she was definitely looking better, and all hopes are on board 1. Okay, b5, very interesting play by Black by playing b5. Tough position. Going to be a tight finish here. Score lines are still 2-2, but Karika dropping the queen there to the rook makes all the difference in the game. Skull the King is thinking hard here, trying to find a breakthrough here. And it's I would say disgusting, but as horrible as Black's position is, Black is holding. And I suppose that's the way you look at it, right? If you can hold a bad position and somehow squeeze something out of it, you've done well. Okay, so now we are going to see pawn takes pawn, all right? But this does allow the bishop to go to b7. And that's another piece of Black's that is then active, which is great for Black. So once the bishop gets to b7, this is good. It gets pressure down here. And the pawn is defended. And as much as Black's knights are not looking pretty, White's knights are not looking pretty either. So this is going to be very, very, very interesting. This is going to be about whose strategical plan works out best. Now that's interesting. Pushing d4 here, I don't know if it's a good idea because now you play e4 here, and as bad as Black's position as it was with e4, she's now got an advanced passed pawn, and if the rooks can get to the c file, then Black is looking good. So I definitely think we've got to play this move. We've got to get e4 in. Are we going to see e4? Yep, there it is. e4 is in, and this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Yeah, okay. You're now, this is what we call swinging and missing positions, right? You're now trying to force your way through on the king's side. And I think, actually, all fairness, okay, the g4 square is problematic. G4 square is problematic. It's going to be tough. Do we stop this g5 push? Okay, that's interesting. I think the idea is to get the knight out to d7. Knight is yeah, trying to get some movement with the knight. Yeah, so there's the g4 push, which is fine. Question is, do you take? I don't think you take. Knight d7. I do like knight d7 quite a lot, actually. Knight d7 is quite nice. Problem is, it's going to play knight to g4. Okay, there's knight d7. I'm expecting knight g4 from white here. Again, I mean, black's position wasn't great. And it still isn't great, to be honest. But is hanging on. I think that's the word to be used here. Black is hanging on. And the longer you hang on, the better it is for you. Okay, so now I think you have no choice. I think you've got to play pawn takes pawn here. Okay, but pawn takes pawn allows queen in. Maybe not pawn takes pawn. Okay, pawn takes pawn. Oh, here's an interesting idea. Probably something that wasn't looked at. Knight g6. Knight g6 is actually very interesting because the pawn can't take, the bishop takes the knight. So that would have been interesting, knight g6. Maybe knight g6 now? Definitely like this idea of knight g6 because it does give the rook to come back. Okay, it doesn't see knight g6. Oof. That's a bit unlucky. How is the queen game still going on? Let's just go have a look here. Wow. You're going to play a rook. Wow, this is going to be a tough game. And Karika is fighting hard here. Okay, pawn takes is interesting. I play the rook in the way. Yeah, just play the rook in the way. Oh my gosh. It would be interesting. Yeah, that doesn't work though because the rook goes in the way. If the king moves to h1, then it's rook f1. Oh, wow. Oh, this is crazy. Got to play the rook back. It's all going to come down to time in this one, it looks like. How is white holding on here? Okay. So you've got to take. Oh, that's a pity. You've got to take here. And king here, maybe? King here. Idea of this pawn and rook. Oh man, this is a tough position. Okay. Then king here. Oh, I don't know about that. I wouldn't run away. I ought to come forward. Look at them play king here. King to c8. Go king d7. Worst case scenario, you're going to draw here. Worst case scenario, you're going to draw here. Yeah. Play the king back in. And it gets a draw, and wow! Karika gets the draw. Unbelievable. And that gives the English woman the match of 4.5. Unbelievable stuff. Wow. Great play when you're under stress there, and definitely deserved it. Queen takes rook definitely was the blunder there, but wow. Comes back into it beautifully. Absolutely beautifully done. And here we are back on board 1, and the Stroppy Stitcher is fighting. She is fighting. Karika did well, gives the English woman they win. But now this is tough stuff. This is tough stuff. The knights are just about covering. Okay, so the idea is you want to play. Now you see, you want to play that knight to f7, which is nasty. Okay, we just don't trade rooks then. We just don't trade rooks. Fair enough. Ouch. The problem is you're playing with this pressure all the time. Maybe queen e7 with the idea of trading knights. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is starting to hurt. This is starting to hurt a lot. Got to play a move like queen b4. I mean, as white, black, would you really want to play queen b4 now? Okay. Now you've got knight there. Okay, he has got rook to h6. This is just getting nastier and nastier and nastier. Okay. What do I see here? Knight takes. Knight takes. Knight takes. Rook here. Queen here. Queen here. And it's all over. And Stroppy, yeah, and then queen there, checkmate. Defended valiantly, she did. Defended valiantly, but in the end just was not enough. But the England women take the match. 4.5, 3.5. Well done, ladies. Play a little bit slower next time is one of those things. And guys, if you enjoyed this, come check us out live on the stream when we do round 3's games going into the World Chess League.live. This is me, Andrew Horn, from Chess Heroes. Have a great evening.